Okay, so um, recently I have had quite a lot of things on my mind, which I have told the stream um, that I've had stuff going on and things I'm trying to think of and figure out. It's not been a big deal. I didn't want anybody to freak out or anything like that, and it's nothing to freak out about. This is not a bad announcement by any means. Um, but I had some life developments happen. And in January, so January of 2022, at the end of January, I'm losing my day job, so my contract job that I work. I thought about it a lot. I've talked to Mrs. Goblin about it quite a bit, about what should I do. I've been streaming for 4 years. I've been obviously wanting to do this as my only job, but hey, it takes time to grow as a streamer. It takes time to reach out to the fantastic, wonderful supporters on Twitch. It just takes time. Everything takes time. I didn't stream StarCraft 2 for like 2 of those years. So if we really think about the time I've been streaming StarCraft 2 hardcore, I've only really been going for 2 years. And I think I've reached I really, really am proud of what I've created and what I've made. And just being able to hang out and meet all of you people and all you guys and all you goblins has been one of the most rewarding and fulfilling things I've done in my life. Being able to make that from nothing, starting Twitch day one and not having any clue of what the heck I was doing, learning things along the way, trying to figure things out, make things better, finding StarCraft 2 through Twitch. I literally started playing StarCraft 2 again because of Twitch. And I was looking for a game that I could stream that was just a 1v1. I've told that story before, you guys know. Anyways, all of that aside, I had a decision that I've had to make about what to do in my life and what I want to do and what I need to do in my future. I'm 29 years old, as you guys know. And I obviously have a partner, and I have a medical condition and all sorts of stuff. We have things that we want to do. We want to buy a house, we want to travel, we want to do all sorts of stuff. And in order to do that, you gotta, you want to have securities, you want to be moving forward in your life, etc., etc. I don't want to bore you. Everybody goes through this in life. Everybody knows what I'm talking about, right? So I wanted to think about it. I thought about it a lot. I found out that I was going to lose the contract for my job in January. I found out about that about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. So what have I done in the meantime? Like I said, I talked to Mrs. Goblin. I've talked to a few friends of mine and people that I trust. And if you're one of them and you've given me advice or anything like that in the meantime, I appreciate you a lot. That's why I feel like the stream has been a little off as of late. It's just I've had a lot on my mind and thinking about what I want to do in the future and all those crazy things, right? So, basically I boiled it down to two options. There's technically 3 options, but 2 options realistically that I want to do, okay? The third option that I pretty much disregarded almost immediately is get another part-time job, get another contract where I work during the day for 4 to 5 hours, and then I nap, I eat, and then I stream StarCraft 2. I stream for like the next 6 hours at night. It's really hard to do that. I've been doing that for like 2 years now, just like off and on, and that is really, really taxing. I have like no time during the day to visit with Mrs. Goblin. I've got no ability to go out a lot of the time and do stuff that I want to do, just to help her out around the house, all sorts of just things that I really don't have time to do when I work 2 jobs like that. So I pretty much threw that one out. I really didn't want to do that again unless I had to. So then I boiled it down to 2 things. Okay, and I'm being very transparent. I'm being very honest with you. This is just I'm literally taking you through my thought process and what I was thinking of and what I was talking about. So this is almost verbatim my thought process. Okay, so then I had 2 options that I thought of, and option 1 was and these are not ranked in any order of likelihood or anything like that. Option one was, well, I could full time stream on Twitch. I could full time Twitch. I could give it my best effort. Obviously, the hours that I put into Twitch now, I stream around 5 to 6 hours a night, not including every other Thursday. So it pretty much boils down to I stream about 25 to 30 hours a week, give or take. Friday, sometimes I don't stream as long. But that's pretty much all I can do right now. That's about the max amount of time I can put into the stream, just because I have to wake up. I have to go to work the next morning. I can't be dead. I have a job that I have to do that puts food on the table and money in my pocket, etc. Right? So that's the max amount of time I can stream. So if I full-time stream and I don't get a second job, then I'd be able to put that time into streaming instead, working on content for YouTube, working on the stream in general, all of these things, and increase the stream hours as well. Obviously, I there is a gap. Just again, to be very transparent, there's a gap in income that I make between how much I would make just from Twitch and how much I would make just from my day job. Right? There's a gap. That's just how that works. I don't think if I, anyways, I'll get to that in a bit. That's not the super important part right now. At the end of the day, I do have to think about finances because I have a partner in my life. I have an apartment I need to afford. I have, medical bills and stuff like that I have to think about. So I can't just completely ignore that side of things. The second option was cut down on streaming pretty drastically. Probably stream no more than 4 hours a night, maybe every other night, and get a full-time job. Get a full-time, normal career job. I have a degree in computer security. I feel confident that after some amount of time, I could land a really nicely, well-paying job that would pay me a lot. I don't know if I'd be happy. I don't know if that's really what I want to do in my life. So that was the second option. And so I thought about both of them. I really mulled them over. This is not a decision that I wanted to rush into. I really wanted to give each choice its own sort of merit, and I thought about it and I ran numbers and I have a whole gigantic spreadsheet filled with literally my averages in Twitch and like months that are higher and lower and my best months that I've ever streamed and all these sorts of things to try to correlate any data, because that's truly the most difficult thing with Twitch, to be honest with you. That is truly the most difficult thing is figuring out how to remain consistent. It's so extremely hard. How do you remain consistent in your content? Obviously, you as a person, you can be cut out for it or not. I feel like I am cut out for it. I've gotten feedback from people that they really like the stream, and I hope you guys really like it too. You can be funny, you can be all of these things. It doesn't necessarily mean that you can make it your full-time job, and that's just the reality of the situation. Anyways, I'm not trying to belabor the point. The choice that I made and that I'm sticking to was founded off of sort of just like the dream, right? I decided to stream full-time on Twitch. So starting February 1st, I will be streaming full-time on Twitch TV. I have plans that I will have in the back pocket. I'm not going to be completely screwed or whatever if I'm not able to make it, etc. Whatever, right? I don't want to focus on that. But don't worry about me is what I'm trying to say. So starting February, we will be truly full-time streaming on Twitch, where I will be putting the hours that I normally work in my day job and putting them into the stream instead. So that is going to mean longer streams. That is going to mean hopefully more content, hopefully more networking, mostly StarCraft 2, etc., etc., etc. Okay. As far as what that all means in the long term, who knows right now, right? I mean, I have a lot of things that I would love to do, a lot of things that I had planned to do, and I just don't have the time to do it. But basically, this came about from, in a way, the best way that I can describe it is a video that Kat has sent to me that has to do, I think, with bodybuilding. But it's one of those dare to succeed moments, right? If you could do anything, in your life right now, just as a person, talking to you, if you could do anything that you wanted to do in your life and you knew that you were going to be successful at it, what would you do? Right? What would you do? If you could do it, if you took a chance, if you rolled the dice, whatever you want to call it, but you knew that already, you already knew the outcome and you knew you were going to be successful, would you be living the same way that you are now? Would you be doing the same thing that you're doing right now? Maybe for some of you, and that's awesome and that's great. But I realized that I haven't really taken that chance. I haven't really put my faith in my ability to create content, in my ability to be a full-time successful Twitch streamer. And I can live, at the end of the day, it's all about what can you live with, in my opinion, right? What in 30 years from now, what are you going to regret? And this is my 29-year-old brain talking, right? I can live with failing at something that I've tried. If I full-time stream Twitch and I'm an absolute disaster, an absolute failure, I could live with that. It would hurt, it would suck, I would feel really bad, I would feel awful. But I could live with it because I know at least that I tried, that I gave it my best, that I left nothing on the table as far as this is concerned. Okay. Hey, that's good. But I realized that I can live with failing at something, but I can't live with not trying it. And at the end of the day, that's what it came down to. Now, if I was in a situation where, I'd be homeless or something like that, obviously there's means that you have to meet, right? Like if I had a kid, all of this stuff. There's all sorts of things that you need to consider in your life before. I'm not saying you should quit your job and do whatever whatever you dreamed of right at this exact instant. But I do feel like I am in a position where, hey, I've really put in so much work over the past 4 years. I have really, really tried my absolute best to become a part of the StarCraft 2 community on Twitch. I love doing this, guys. And I really can't, it is so difficult to describe how much I love streaming. I love streaming so much. I love everything about it. I love the community of StarCraft 2. I love the community on Twitch. I love the Discord community. I love talking with people. I love hanging out with people. I like getting salty at StarCraft 2. I love it. Every single aspect of it. I am just such a fan. Spender. And I realized, let's do it. Fuck it. Let's give it a shot. So, yeah, that's it. I thought about how was I going to announce it? What was I going to do? Am I going to make a meme video about it? Blah, blah, blah. But I realized, at the end of the day, I just want to make sure I can reach my goblins and let you guys know what's going on. Take stock in the cave. And I appreciate you guys very much. I am going to try, and this is sort of, again, just this transparency. I don't necessarily, talk about it or not. At the end of the day, I have to make some amount of money off of Twitch, as you guys know. So I will hopefully increase our sub goals. I want to try to do some really cool ideas that I have. But I just want to say to everybody who supported the stream in the past and currently and in the future, whether that is just you hanging out here in the chat or subscribing to the stream or donating if you have some extra money or whatever it is that you've done to support this stream, even if it's just chatting. Oh man, I appreciate the hell out of you. And it's because of you guys, really truly, at the end of the day, that I feel confident enough to take this dive. Okay? To take this dive. So yeah, just at the end of the day, thank you. It's crazy to me that anybody would subscribe to this stream. Literally at all. It is. It's absolutely nuts. I actually don't understand why. I don't understand how I've tricked so many people. Hey, but I have, green. And apparently I've tricked enough where I have some idea in my head that I'm going to try and do this full time.
Best of luck on your journey, friend.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a script. I don't have something I'm reading off of. That's why it probably sounds like I'm rambling at this point. But just again, guys, thank you so much for supporting the stream, and thank you for being a part of the journey, and thank you for now and hopefully for the future. I'm really excited for the things that we can do and that I can try to do. But yeah, I'm excited. Honestly, I'm excited. I'm very nervous. I get anxious. That's just I'm a mortal being. I'm a goblin. Goblins get a little anxious too, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean I don't believe in myself. It doesn't mean I don't believe in the potential and everything. But yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm not afraid to admit that. It happens. Really good to hear about the thought process. You know, I thought about like how should I announce this? Should I be super hype about it? Should I be, you know, what should I do? You know, how should I do this? And I literally thought about it for like a full week. I was like, I don't know how to, you know, this is kind of big. This is like the biggest announcement that I've made. So how am I going to do it? And I just said, you know what? Just be honest, be real, vulnerable in a way. You know, it's just real talk here. Yeah. You know, I was banking on the hope that people appreciate the real talk. Pretend hype is dumb. We're adults. Okay, great to know. Good feedback. Thank you for the scam train though, guys. But yeah, in general, very, very, very excited about the future of the stream. Super, super stoked for the things that hopefully we can do in the future. Let me catch up on chat though. I saw a lot of people, and I want to make sure that I see everybody. And as I was saying all of that before I told you guys the decision, I was just like, man, I'm really like, holy shit, like making people sweat. I think, like, 'cause I realized I hadn't said what I was gonna do. I felt like I was being very somber. I thought you were going to announce Goblin Prince. No, not right now, anyways. That's later. No, no plans currently to have a child at the moment. Not to say never. But yeah, that's a whole nother topic for another time. Another time. All of that changed when little A-Pop Jr. joined the family. Very cool, man. Also expected Goblin Prince. Wow. Apparently this was like, and I'm having a kid now, so goodbye. No. Nope. But yes, Twitch, appreciate y'all very much. That is the announcement. That's the impromptu announcement, guys. But yeah, spread the word. Let people know. What? Let everybody know, man. A-Pop.